welcome back to another exciting adventure of Mustachioed Reactions. I'm your host, Travis Finley, on the Travis Finley channel. I've decided to try to influence the algorithms by reacting to Shane Dawson. No idea who this guy is. I don't think I've ever watched a video by him, although I possibly could have, but nothing comes to mind. And so on the video, on the YouTube channel that I'm streaming on right now, because it's a new channel, because it doesn't have its algorithms set up, this is a recommendation that came through because my channel is new. So it's like, what's this guy gonna, what's he gonna watch? What's he gonna respond to? And again, I don't know why YouTube, if you're not listening right now, I don't know why you're not listening, but at the same time, why are you not pushing my channel out right now? Like, there should be people trickling in, just like on TikTok. People just pop in, but whatever. But there's nothing happening right now. I just find that weird. All right, so here's Shane. This is mind-blowing conspiracy theories with Shane Dawson. Okay, let's see what he's got to say.
Time someone mysteriously dies after they bring truth to the light, it kind of makes you have to think about it a little bit.
Oh my God!
So should I not post this video? the people that wrote this bull.
First thing that I want to say is like, this guy, in my opinion, based on my, just where I'm at, I don't trust the final edition of this video. Right? Whatever his intentions are, whatever this person, Shane Dawson, whatever his intentions are as he's making this face, saying what he's saying in this moment, I have no idea what that is. All I can go on is what's being presented to me here in the final product, and I don't trust the information that's coming from this to be authentic. I think that this is entirely scripted and crafted to influence me in a way that I'm not necessarily going to be aware of, right? I need to be mature and not be persuaded by the simplicity of whatever they're trying to hornswoggle other less aware people.
Oh, died?
What? Yeah, I mean, I would say post it for sure.
Hey, so before we get started with this very intense conspiracy, I want to give some love to our sponsor today, which is SeatGeek. So if you don't already know, SeatGeek is the #1.
So one thing I want to say right now is I have no idea if I'm going to go down and get blocked, because this guy has, 14 million. He's got 19 million subscribers, so he's a heavy hitter. And as such, he could not want his content being streamed or used. So I'm stopping it right now so that it's obvious that I'm not just streaming it for, drawing attention to Shane. Although I am using Shane as a means to an end, I'm at least following the guidelines of what would be considered fair use, because I'm interrupting the source material and talking about that source material, so it's related, right? It's like if I wanted to do something sneaky and diabolical by, say, put a message out to children and say, did you know that Santa Claus is not real? Did you know that your mom and dad are the ones who buy and put the presents under the tree? Santa Claus is not real. He's made up. He does not exist. Okay, so then I make that little short, the short that's going to be, in the attention of children, because I'm going to make it for children. And then in the description of the tags, I put in like bubble gum and puppies and flowers and kittens and worms and G.I. Joes and Barbies, or whatever is going to be on the search list for children. That's not what my video has in it. So then that's fraud, right? So I'm just trying to establish right now that I am authentic in the fact that I'm interacting with this content. I'm not presenting it as my own, right? So I don't know how much I'm going to have to keep interrupting this, but
rated ticketing app with over 28
I'm going to skip past this part.
price. SeatGeek first.
These results are not fanciful. Reaching into every household in the land, they take from each home. They're not imaginary, they are actual and real.
So right now the production level is like really good. So which goes to show, you know, his level of prowess.
Hey, what's up you guys? It's been way too long. Welcome back. Now in today's video, we're going to be talking about a lot.
Okay, so here's me. I'm Shane Dawson. I'm projecting 19 million viewers into the future. What's different about Shane Dawson and me? I mean, in reality, he's just like he's a kid, right? He's younger than I am for sure. But he started from somewhere. So my conspiracy theory is that he's already in the club. He was already in the club. He didn't start like me. I'm not in the club. I am not in the club. So if I get to be 19 million strong, if I get 19 million Smurfs following me, what does that mean? You know, am I in the club? I don't think that's possible. I think that if you make it to the level to where you say, oh, you've made it, you were already in it. This was just all a part of the facade. You were pretending to be like me. You were pretending to be one of the little people who grew up in poverty, or whose mother abandoned, or whose father, you know, abused, and where you had this sob story, but you believed in yourself, and then like that's a fake, that's a lie. It's all a fraud. Like no one can do what you did. There's no Hollywood story where somebody came from that, you know, destitute. I was just in the projects and, you know, came across this vaudeville player one night and he just put on this show and I thought that's the most amazing thing. I wish I could entertain people like that. And then, oh, lo and behold, he's Sammy Davis Jr. You know, like I don't think that those things happen. I don't believe that story. I don't believe that fairy tale. So my predisposition toward this guy is he's already a club member and, you know, he's an entertainer. He's, you know, this is all just a show.
A lot of different theories. One involving the most hyped up product of all time.
You ever seen one of these?
Yes.
These are very popular.
Others involving the brainwashing of an entire generation.
Who used some kind of skincare today? Wow.
But the main theory, the one that all of these are leading towards, is one of the scariest, most intense theories of all time.
And it is very, very scary, and it's walking a line of like, am I gonna get killed for talking about this?
And that will be explained by the biggest conspiracy theorist I know, my brother.
So when do you think this is gonna happen?
I would imagine it's going to happen relatively soon.
What?
So, I mean,
So sit back, relax, and please try not to panic. Because the truth is, there's nothing you can do about it anyways.
So the dialogue that you hear between, and again, I have no evidence of this. The dialogue, if we were to go back, when we hear the dialogue between Shane and his brother, just listen to its nature. Okay, I'll say something afterwards. That's all I'll say. Just listen to its nature.
And that will be explained by the biggest conspiracy theorist I know, my brother.
So when do you think this is gonna happen?
I would imagine it's going to happen relatively soon.
What?
So, I mean,
So sit back, relax, and please.
Did you listen to the nature of it? The what of Shane Dawson didn't sound real. It didn't sound authentic. So my interpretation of that is it's scripted. This is what you say. This is what I say. This is what you say. This is what I say. Sometimes we'll ad-lib, but man, You know, that just opens up a multitude of possibilities of mistake. Give me a second to recollect my thoughts. And we've not even gotten into the content of his conspiracy theory, video.
Try not to panic, because the truth is, there's nothing you can do about it anyways.
I mean, even that one, there's nothing you can do about it anyways. That was all scripted, you know?
I know what you're thinking. Shane, are you really going to do a conspiracy about a Stanley Cup? You're fucking right, I am.
The hashtag Stanley Cup racking up 6.7 billion views on TikTok, with videos of fans collecting them.
All right, so that would be interesting, you know. If I go Stanley Cup, put Stanley Cup in there. All right, see if that helps anything. And then down here to the tags, right? Conspiracy, Shane Dawson. Okay, save. All right, Shane. Okay. What was I saying?
Decorating them, naming them, even camping out for them. People lining up overnight at Starbucks and Target stores to snag a limited edition version. Police were back.
Not really.
Stanley!
Okay, in all honesty, I don't give a smurf about Stanley Cup, so is that all this is going to be about? It looked like it was different. Is that to be a car? Nissan invite car data privacy.
Somewhere you can scream, sing at the top of your lungs with no judgment. Somewhere you can cry in after a long, hard day. A place that feels like it's truly yours. Your car.
1146 and a new warning for drivers. Your car may not exactly be the sanctuary you think it is.
Well, the bells and whistles that come with new cars are not just there to improve your driving experience.
All that fancy technology in a new vehicle could allow companies to spy on you.
They're also watching, listening, and gathering personal data.
I'm no mechanic, but I know one thing most people haven't figured out about their cars. They don't just guzzle gas, they guzzle data.
Well, recently there's a study done by Mozilla where they looked into car companies and their privacy policies.
Mozilla studied 25 car brands from Nissan to Mercedes to Ford and found every one of them collects drivers' personal data. Most admit they may be sharing it with the government.
And cars have the ability to collect so much of it, more probably than any device that we have, even maybe more than our phone.
They found some pretty scary things, like some car companies can actually collect your medical information, your genetic information.
They know your driving habits,
how fast you drive,
whether you look sleepy while you're driving,
where you drive to the most often, what songs you listen to the most. But all of that is, obvious, right? Well, then they found this privacy policy for Nissan. Let's just give it a read, shall we? They say they collect sensitive personal information, including driver's license number, national or state identification number, citizenship status, immigration status, race, national origin, religious or philosophical beliefs, sexual orientation, sexual activity. What?
And it's not just about our driving habits.
We saw sex life mentioned as data collected in privacy policies.
What the fuck does that mean? How are they tracking your sexual activity. What the fuck does that mean?
Nissan's policy says it can collect sexual activity, health diagnosis data.
I don't know what that means. They won't tell us what that means. Mozilla can't figure out what that means.
We're astounded when we saw that they could collect information on things like sexual activity and sex life.
I don't know.
But could get no answers on how they actually might be doing that.
I don't know. But it's literally in their privacy policy, or it was when this article was released.
I mean, okay, but okay. First of all, you have your phone. Your phone is the most explicit communication that you have with the powers that be that can track you unawares through that very device. So if you don't know that already, then this is not surprising. They're making like a shock value for this, but this is not surprising. It's not shocking. You just have to realize that, if you're talking about Nissan, which is a car, the only thing you have to worry about in the car is like what you do in the car. I don't know. Like, is it just saying like, if you have sex in the car, just be aware that we're recording everything, so we will know your sexual preferences after that. You understand that? Like, so don't have sex in your car. Is that the innuendo? Is that the implication? Or is it just that, I don't know, somehow when you sync up your phone to Nissan, right, because they have a Bluetooth capacity, that connection then allows Nissan to have access to everything that your phone carrier does. Because then you just take your phone with you, and then Nissan just is able to track whatever you're doing. And now it's just using your phone. That's the way I take it. But, I don't know. His whole, like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, I don't know if that was real or not. Let's see what else he talks about if it comes up with something different. No, we still got cars, privacy. Juice jacking, I don't know what that is.
In cases you might not even share with your friends and family. This is intimate information.
But let's go back to cars for a second. What car company do you think has the worst privacy?
Cameras all over them.
You're gonna want to be just like the adults they're watching.
Many are seemingly mirroring the get ready with me videos they see online.
And of course TikTok knows their children and still promotes all this crap to them because, well, why the fuck not, right?
Some estimates suggest the global skincare market could reach $167 billion by 2030.
So I know what you're thinking. What's a theory, right? I mean, kids have been brainwashed for years. Well, looking into this led me down a whole different rabbit hole. And that's a question that Gen Z has been asking a lot lately. Why is Gen Z aging so fast?
Brad, have you seen the massive amounts of people on TikTok discussing how Gen Z is aging?
Apparently, Gen Z is like aging really rapidly.
Generation Z is...
Okay, so who says that? Like, let's just back up. Like, this is all propaganda right now. In my opinion, everything that we're watching right now is propaganda. Like, this isn't real. So it's like, if you want people to believe something is real, then you have to put that story out as if it were real. So then they just put out people who talk about the thing as if it were real, and it's not. And then all of a sudden everybody's talking about it. Have you heard this? Have you heard this? Have you heard this? When it was just somebody saying, pss, 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 and that's it. So watch.
Apparently, Gen Z is like aging really rapidly.
Okay, Staying up pod. I don't know, whatever. Staying up pod. So is this the Staying Up podcast? I don't know. Okay, but that's the TikTok channel. Where did she get this information? She could be a shill. She could be like, have you heard? Da, 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 da. Like, nobody said, where did you get that information? Like, can you show me where you got that information from? Do you see what's happening even right now? Like, there's no substance for this context at all. Even in the Shane Dawson video, the meta-narrative that's here right now, we're talking about a concept within a concept within a concept. And the very last concept is the one that we're in. Are you aware of that concept? You know? Who says Gen Z is aging rapidly? And What does that mean? Will that ever be addressed? Who says this, and what does that mean? Listen.
Rapidly. Generation Z is aging faster.
So Gen Z is aging like milk, and we're going to talk about it.
Everybody's talking about how
Everybody's talking about, like, what is this?
Z is aging like a pack of saltine crackers.
Here are my...
Okay, so it's like milk. It's like a pack of saltine crackers.
Theories around why Gen Z looks so much older than millennials.
Okay, why does Gen Z look so much older than millennials? That's what it seems to me to be the issue. Can you show me what you mean? Because if you just say it as if it's real, then I don't have a context to see what you're talking about, because I might not agree with you. I don't think that that's what you're talking about. You see what I'm saying?
I mean, this has been talked about everywhere. Gen Z freaking out about why are they looking older? Why are they getting wrinkles so young?
Again, that's just hearsay. Show me this person who's doing this. I mean, or do you expect me to now go do this research? You know?
We live in a time nowadays where millennials look way younger for their age, while Gen Z looks way older for their age. If you don't believe me, I'm Gen Z.
Okay, so? How old do you want me to guess how old you are? You're Gen Z. See, that's giving me a predisposition, so he can't be more than 24 years old. But I can see him as a 24-year-old, sure.
Gen Z, you gotta get y'all some health insurance.
I was humbled so quick tonight. I was on live with my boyfriend and someone was like, how old's your girlfriend? And John jokingly responds 47. And the girl comments, oh, I thought she was early 30s. I am 23.
Well, a new study came out about the effects of blue lights. That's a light that comes off of your phone, your TV, your laptop, your iPad, pretty much every device in your house. Well, one of the main side effects of blue light exposure is accelerated aging.
Because, you know, they trying to raise the retirement age and y'all already look retired.
That's right. Staring at your screen for too many hours can cause wrinkles, sagging skin, age spots, hyperpigmentation.
Okay. I would say that I spend a lot of time looking at my screen. When I go to bed, I've got that's my television. Okay, I use my iPad and I use my phone. I feel like I'm an older looking person, but you know, I don't see anything that I'm going to tie to blue light. Like, how do they have this? Again, they're giving you this information without your verifying or fact checking. So, like, what are you supposed to do with this information?
Thinner or weaker skin. There was a study done on fruit flies. They found out that the fruit flies who were exposed to blue light had
All right, let's go see if there's something else coming up.
Wondering why was there still ice cream there?
Apparently, these ice cream sandwiches from Walmart, this great value brand, doesn't melt.
And I don't know about you, but when I was a kid, they would melt so fast. Like, I would have to eat them as fast as I could because I didn't want them getting all over my hands and getting all over my...
Definitely had to eat that melting ice cream sandwich. Yep.
This is terrifying and one of the most disgusting things I've ever heard. So I'm going to test it.
We wondered too, so we did a test. We set out a Walmart sandwich in the hot sun.
One of them outside in 80-degree weather, and then one of them we actually took it a step further, so we put a hairdryer on it.
But I don't know if this is actually real. This could be fake.
Most hairdryers are anywhere from 100 to 130 degrees.
I want to try for myself.
So we have chocolate ice cream, mint chocolate chip, and the Walmart ice cream sandwich. Let's take them outside.
I'm going to put an ice cream sandwich on this plate, and I'm going to leave it in my pantry overnight. And then tomorrow we will see if it's melted. I fucking hope so. Okay. Okay, so just so you can see, here's the ice cream sandwich. Oh, fuck. I mean, it looks good.
I would want to know what the ingredients say.
Looking nice. Now it's time
Is there anything that you
So
can
as
pronounce?
you can see, now we put an ice cream sandwich out in the sun. 78 degrees. We're going to see how
I
long
thought he
it
said
takes to melt.
pantry.
I'm gonna put it right here. Alright. We'll see you in the morning. Hopefully melted.
Who's the one outside?
Oh God. Okay, it is the next morning. It is 11:30. So the ice cream sandwich has been in the pantry for 12 hours. So let's see how it looks.
I put it to the test. I put it on my kitchen counter at room temperature overnight to see how long it would take to melt.
Oh my God, I'm nervous. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh my God.
It's not as melted
What?
as you might expect, but it did.
Oh my God. Ew.
Unfortunately, it didn't melt.
Ugh.
After sitting on the kitchen counter for over 13 hours, not a single drop.
It's been 20 minutes. So far, it doesn't look like it's melting.
The Haagen-Dazs melts into a puddle. Klondike sandwich melts somewhat. The Walmart sandwich melts the least.
I was wondering, why was there still ice cream there?
What the heck are you talking about? Come look at this. Okay, guess how long this ice cream sandwich has been sitting out?
I mean, judging by how the chocolate has melted, I would say a few hours, but this ice cream still looks legit. So like 20 minutes?
Okay, so it's been out for 12 hours.
What? Is this ice cream melted? Have you touched it?
It's not, I mean, look at it.
So it's not ice cream.
What kind of...
So that interaction sounds authentic. I was very happy with the way that was. I believed everything that he was surprised at. I thought his analysis was good. He's like, well, this looks like it took a long time, but the ice cream isn't melted that much, so just, 20 minutes. I thought that was a good...
What kind of ice cream is this?
What is it? Are you kidding?
But I'm not interested in that conspiracy. This is low-level conspiracy. I am not interested in this kind of conspiracy. So, hey, listen, if you make it this far to this part of the show and you want to see me react to other channels that you like, where I am going to respond critically as a social critic and, speak what's on my mind, then if you would consider maybe making sure that you subscribe, make sure that you hit that bell notification, make sure you like the video, make a comment in the comment section, and then share the video. And then if you have particular personal requests, if you maybe would consider supporting and subscribing as a Patreon, then you can let me know if you would like me to react to anything that you would throw my way. And you'll have my full attention for that amount of time to, talk about what's being presented to us and how to understand it in the best possible way. All right, so here we go. This has been another exciting adventure of Mustachioed Reactions. I'm your host, Travis Finley. Until next time.